Indiana Fever posted this on X. Welcome, Sophie Cunningham. And they say over here, we have acquired guard Sophie Cunningham, guard forward Jaylen Brown, a draft pick and swap pick in exchange for an Alyssa Smith and a draft pick as part of a 4-team trade. Welcome to Indiana. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. What a day. Still wearing my jersey. I know they retired the 22 today, but I'm still wearing it. It was a fabulous, get comfortable here. It was a fabulous live stream today. We were rocking, watching Iowa fight and secure the win against number 4 USC. And then, of course, we were together for the jersey being lifted to the rafters. It truly was amazing. If you missed the live stream with the Adrienne Ross Show, you really missed something. I mean, some folks up in there crying, everybody excited. Anyway, if you'd like to, of course, you can go right to the live stream and check it out. People are still watching it because the numbers are still rising in terms of views. But we had a great time. Thank you, everyone, for your support. Thank you for every comment, for every like, for every donation. Even we had 22s flying and 2s, and everything is appreciated. So with a lot going on in the last few days in the basketball world, I have been sharing my commentary, my thoughts. If you're not seeing them, go check those out. But I'm still behind because, boom, everything is rocking and rolling. Man, I'm about to go to church, on my way to church this morning, and there was the DeWanna Bonner announcement. I'm like, oh, my goodness. But I couldn't jump on it right away because by the time I went to church and praised the Lord, and then I had to rush home and change clothes, and I was about 3 minutes late starting the live stream for the game. And so, yeah, it's something else. A lot of moves. I'm not going to smush them all into one video. So let's go piece by piece. Sophie Cunningham, the Indiana Fever, picked up Miss Cunningham. And so interesting because she said back in October, I think it was. Well, let me just play it. Over here at AK on X.
Why does everybody hate Caitlin Clark? And do you hate Caitlin Clark? Come on, talk
dude.
to me.
Absolutely not. I think that she's a gem. I didn't know her, but All-Star Weekend, we kind of bantered back and forth a little bit. And she's lovely. She has a lot of pressure on her shoulders. And I think a lot of people always have a lot to say with people they don't even know or shoes they've never been in. And for me, I think she's handling the pressure very well. She's doing a lot of great things for women's basketball. And I'm a fan. Like, I would love to play with her one day, for real.
But is there...
Well, you heard what Sophie Cunningham said. She's a fan, and like, I love to play with her someday. Well, sister, you said it, and so it be. They will have that opportunity, God willing, to play together. What I like a lot about Sophie Cunningham is her fire, her spunk, her not being willing to back down. I'll take you over to Sohali CC on X. Please forgive me if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I see it all the time. I see your stuff, yet I've never heard your name. So I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Players that are willing to dive on the floor, who are willing to get in the battle, who are not running from the contact, who are Spitfires, who want to win and are willing to throw their bodies into it. I have a lot of respect for that. And as you can see, Sophie Cunningham doesn't have a problem rolling her sleeves up, so to speak, and getting out there and getting the job done. Let's take a little bit more of a look at how fired up she can be. ESPN on X. YouTube wanted to give me a copyright violation for this video snippet, so I had to shorten it. But the link is in the description, as I always put the links in there. So you have to go there to get the full look at what actually took place. I just get to show you just snippets, but they don't really do justice.
Turnover, Carlton the other way, wrapped up hard.
She had a whole lot of ball in her hand, but somehow this was blown up to be some kind of rough foul. And Minnesota Lynx didn't like it. They got up in there, but you see, Sophie, she's not backing down. She went for the ball. She ended up being assessed a flagrant 1, I think it was. She didn't back down, and the Indiana Fever must have that. And looking at who they're adding to the team this coming season, I have a feeling they're gonna be all right in terms of having one another's backs and being out there and being tough. They're gonna have to be tough. They're going for a championship. Any case, I just no backing down there, and also can play basketball. Can stretch the floor. And they posted this, a multi-dimensional wing capable of knocking down the 3-ball, locking down on defense, and injecting passion and emotion into the game. So I don't know if I'll show you all of this. It's 2:51, but I will show a little bit at least. I might end up continuing to show it, but anyway, I'll show you a little bit, and I will likely either have it all the sound off or I will substitute music, my own music, so I don't get a copyright.
In Sophie Cunningham, the Indiana Fever are trading for a multi-dimensional wing capable of knocking down the 3-ball.
Cunningham is starting to cook. Cunningham 3 is good. Cunningham from the corner.
Locking down defenders.
Several deflections, and this time she gets the steal and the N1 opportunity.
And injecting passion and emotion into the game and into her team. On offense, Cunningham is a floor spacer and a deep shot maker. Each of her last 3 seasons, she's finished top 20 in the WNBA in threes made per minute on the floor among qualified players. And she will join a backcourt that features 2 of the top 5 3-point shot makers from a year ago, Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell.
You see some of them deep threes, right? Let me see what else I want to show you here. Okay, it's more outside shooting, more outside shooting, more outside shooting. Look at the passion. Now, let me back this up. This is that fire.
Her versatility was on full display, capable of guarding 1 through 4 in the lineup. She would defend star point guards one game, then be a small ball 4 the next night. As the Fever look to improve defense.
Keep it moving here. Again, that passion. I love it.
Face and physical. This style helps create turnover opportunities and fast break chances for her teammates, which underscores how she plays with an intensity and fiery passion matched by few. Throughout her career, Cunningham has had a knack for providing energy when her team needs it most.
I'll stop it right there. You see she can shoot the 3, the long 3. You see she gets her hand on balls. She creates turnovers. She finishes on the other end. She's a spitfire, and she's going to pump her teammates up as well. And she's not going to back down from other teams either. And that's a good combination. And as she said, she would love to play with Caitlin Clark one day. And Caitlin, as the franchise player, well, I'm sure she's glad to hear that. Now that I've shared some thoughts about her play on the court, let's transition a little bit to some more cultural stuff. And that is this. I'm glad she knows who she is. She's not apologizing for who she is, because that's also a kind of fire and spunk that I have great respect for. Now, as a conservative myself, I obviously appreciate Sophie Cunningham's conservative persuasion, who says, I know who I am, I know what I believe, and if you don't like it, you can go pound sand. It really is that simple. So anyway, we're getting somebody who on and off the court has fire, has principles, and therefore has value to this team. So those are my thoughts about Sophie Cunningham. Some people have already been asking me, what do you think? Will she start? What about Lexi Hall? How's that going to look? Who's coming off the bench? Who's going to be in the starting lineup? All those things we'll get to over time as we see the pieces come together. So, having said that, though, we know who will not be a part of the pieces of the team, and that's Grace Berger. Sorry to hear that, because I did a video not that long ago about how I felt that Grace would be really good for Caitlin to back up Caitlin, and also to play with Caitlin at the 2, back up Caitlin at the 1, play with her at the 2. And I really feel like Christy Sides may have hurt her chances. I don't know, but she didn't really give her an opportunity. We know Grace Berger can play basketball. I didn't know because I never got to see her, but a lot of you knew, a lot of you said it. And then I looked at highlights and I'm like, yeah, she could be a great backup. And I did a video on it, but the Indiana Fever decided to waive Grace Berger. And it's a shame that she didn't get a chance to get out there and do some stuff last season to really highlight herself. But I believe the Indiana Fever knows exactly what they're doing. They're putting the pieces together, and the goal is one goal. It's a championship. So you can get in the comments. Let me know what you think. I will catch you next time, God willing, because there's a lot to cover. So we're planning to cover it. And have a wonderful rest of your evening, day, whatever time you're watching this. God bless you abundantly. Subscribe.